A week ago, I reviewed the animated flick Charlotte's Web. And now, for its 15th anniversary today, let's talk about the live-action adaptation of E.B. White's classic tale of Charlotte's Web right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Noel, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2006 fantasy comedy drama flick Charlotte's Web, released by Paramount and produced along with Nickelodeon Movies, Walden Media, and the Kay Entertainment Company. The film was directed by Gary Winnick, who had previously directed 13 Going on 30, and several other films. The film, of course, is based on E.B. White's 1952 novel of the same name. This film story was written by Susanna Grant and Carrie Kirkpatrick. Now, of course, it's apparently a remake of the 1973 film, but just with a few shakeups and what have you. The film stars Dakota Fanning, along with Kevin Anderson and Beau Bridges. Plus, the voices of Julia Roberts, Dominic Scott Kay, Steve Buscemi, John Cleese, Oprah Winfrey, Thomas Haden Church, Andre 3000, of the group Outcast, Cedric the Entertainer, Kathy Bates, Robert Redford, and Queen Reba herself, McEntire to you, of course. And Danny Elfman composed the film's score. Really something. Anyway, let's get into our story. During springtime on a farm in Somerset County, Maine, young Fern Arables discovers her father John about to kill a runt of a litter of newborn pigs. She successfully begs her father to spare the piglet's life. So Fern names him Wilbur and nurtures him lovingly. The next morning, Fern sneaks Wilbur into her school desk and she lies to the teacher, who forces her to open her desk and sends her to the office. When Wilbur has matured, Fern is regretfully forced to take him to her uncle Homer Zuckerman's barnyard. Mrs. Arable feels slightly concerned for Fern's behavior and one night prevails upon Fern to stay home, do her homework, and go straight to bed. During this time, Wilbur feels abandoned and is left yearning for companionship, but is snubbed by the other animals, including a comedic, mischievous, rebellious, misunderstood, and potentially dangerous rat named Templeton, a serious and steadfast sheep named Samuel, a fun-loving and kindly goose couple named Gussie and Golly, two beautiful and laid-back cow sisters named Bitsy and Betsy, and a cowardly and humorous horse named Ike, until he's befriended by Charlotte A. Kavatica, a barn spider who lives in the space above Wilbur's sty in the Zuckerman's barn. Now, when the other animals reveal to Wilbur that he will be prepared for dinner by Christmas time, Charlotte promises to hatch a plan guaranteed to save Wilbur's life. With the help of Templeton, Charlotte convinces the Zuckerman family that Wilbur is actually quite special by spelling out descriptions of him in her web, such as some pig, terrific, and radiant, and later on humble. Yes. Anyway, now I'm going to go to the final act and the ending, because this will be a short story and what have you. So, like always, you have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you have seen this version of Charlotte's Web, please continue on after the 5 seconds are over with. Thank you very much, and here we go. Okay, you've been warned. The next day, the Arables, the Zuckermans, Wilbur, Charlotte, and Templeton go to a fair where Wilbur is entered in a contest. While there, Charlotte produces an egg sack containing her unborn offspring, while Wilbur, despite winning no prizes, is later celebrated by the fair staff and visitors, making him too prestigious to justify killing him. Exhausted from laying eggs, Charlotte cannot return home because she's dying. Wilbur bids an emotional farewell to her as she remains at the fair and dies shortly after his departure. But he manages to take her egg sack home with the help of Templeton. Wilbur then lives to witness his first Christmas, and by the next spring, hundreds of Charlotte's offspring emerge. But unfortunately, most of the young spiders soon leave, but three named Joy, Arania, and Nellie stay and become Wilbur's friends. End of story. So what did I think of the live-action Charlotte's Web? Well, I will say it's just about as good as the animated version. While I'm mostly more loyal to the animated movie, but this does not have no songs, which that's understandable. At least with a good score from Danny Elfman. Although I've only seen maybe this film maybe twice or three times, it's still not too bad. The film received mostly positive reviews from critics when it got released on this day, December 15th, 15 years ago in 2006. Yet, the film was only modestly commercially successful, as the film went on to make only went on to make 144 million worldwide. Most of it was in the US, 83 million, and 61 everywhere else, as well as grossing an additional 95 million in home media sales. Still, again, it got good reviews though, and won several awards, including, well, the Best Family Film at the Critics' Choice Movie Award, and Dakota Fanning and Dominic Scott Kay, who voiced Wilbur, both won awards at the Young Artist Awards. So anyway, oh yeah, Fanning also won an award for Favorite Female Movie Star at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards as well. So anyway, I still think it's got its potential and what have you. Now, of course, the score from Danny Elfman I thought was pretty good. It also includes a song named Ordinary Miracle, which was done by Canadian superstar Sarah McLachlan, which she herself performed during the opening ceremonies of her hometown, the Vancouver Winter Olympics. Anyway, yep, really something. Now, as for our cast, we have young Dakota Fanning, well, before she even became part of the later Twilight films as Fern Arable. Next is Kevin Anderson, who voices John Arable. Beau Bridges plays Dr. Dorian, if I remember correctly. That was a character that was not in the animated film, so this film is kind of close to being loyal to the book in ways. Then we have Essie Davis playing Mrs. Arable. Phyllis is her name. And Lewis Corbett is Fern's big brother Avery. Next we have Siobhan Fallon Hogan as Edith Zuckerman and Gary Basaraba as Homer Zuckerman and Nate Mooney as the Zuckerman's farmhand Lurvy. And then we have Julian O'Donnell as Fern's young friend Henry Fussy. Now, as for the voice actors, we have Julia Roberts as Charlotte, Dominic Scott Kay as Wilbur. Now, of course, Wilbur sounds more younger than how we heard Henry Gibson voice him in the original movie, so that was understandable. Templeton is voiced by Steve Buscemi, while Samuel the Sheep is voiced by British funny man John Cleese. Now, here we have Oprah Winfrey and Cedric the Entertainer voicing Gussie and Golly, Goose and Gander. The cows, Bitsy is voiced by Kathy Bates, and Reba voices Betsy. And Robert Redford voices Ike, the horse. Thomas Haden Church voices Brooks the crow, and Andre 3000 does the voice of another crow named Elwin. Anyway, Sam Shepard is the narrator of this. Plus, we have several others. But anyway, I really did enjoy this. I need to revisit this film someday. We'll see. But anyway, with a pretty good cast, and the story isn't too bad since it kind of is close to being loyal to the book in ways. But anyway, and with a good score by Danny Elfman, so in the end, would I recommend the 2006 live action adaptation of Charlotte's Web? Well, I'd say sure, go ahead, give it a try. I mean, if any of y'all weren't too thrilled with the anime film, I think you probably might enjoy the live action one. I mean, if you like the two Stuart Little movies, I think you'll really like this one. Anyway, of course, at least it was well received in that direct-to-video animated sequel to the original, which I have seen once, but I don't seem to recall was any good though. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on Charlotte's Web 2006 in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I really bring to you my special spoiler-free review of Ron's Gone Wrong, which I will be watching on Disney Plus. It just came on there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider check out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the 1991 underrated holiday-themed rom-com, even if it's got kids in it, All I Want for Christmas. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of another film Gary Wank did, and this was kind of just a couple years before he passed away, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine, Bride Wars from 2009. Or if you want, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of the original Charlotte's Web from 1973, which of course it was produced in 72. And the bottom right-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.